What's up everybody, it's Giorgina. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be super exciting. I'm so excited, you guys. So a couple of days ago I ordered some new makeup, and I only ordered makeup from e.l.f. and NYX. I also got one product that isn't from e.l.f. and NYX. It's a foundation that is super inexpensive, so I also wanted to give you guys my my thoughts and my review on that foundation as well. So none of these products I've tried before, so everything is brand new to me. So this is going to be a first impressions and full face of NYX and e.l.f. in one. So I really hope you guys are excited for this video, because I definitely am. So let's get started. Okay guys, so we are obviously going to start off with the primer, and for the primer I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I don't know if you guys have heard of this primer, but I've heard amazing things about this primer. It's supposed to be a dupe to the Tatcha primer. I'm not really sure what the Tatcha one is called, but I've seen Jeffree Star review this primer, so I mean I do have kind of high hopes for this, because if Jeffree approves makeup, then it's gonna be really good. So it's kind of like a weird consistency. It is kind of like a putty, like it's really like it's, I don't know how to explain this, like when you rub it, it feels really like thin and smooth, but in the pan it just kind of looks like a hard jelly type of consistency. Not jelly, I don't know what to call this, but yeah, I'm just gonna scoop some out with my finger. I'm not really sure how much you're supposed to use, so I'm just gonna do around this much, and I'm gonna put this on my face. So as I said, I do kind of have high hopes for this primer, because I've heard such amazing things about this, because it is supposed to be a dupe to the Tatcha one. So I am so excited. So first off, like right off the bat, it feels super smooth. It kind of feels like it's hydrating my face as well. Maybe I need like a little more to prime this side of my face. Okay, let me grab my mirror. I think my skin looks great. As I said, I'm not really a primer type of girl, because I have one or like two primers in my collection, and those work fine for me. Like I've never had a primer that doesn't really work for me, if that makes sense. But my skin does really look amazing. As far as the pore filling goes for this primer, I don't have the biggest pores, but I do notice that my skin is super smooth. So yeah, I am kind of happy about this one. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more on my nose, because I didn't put a lot on my nose. Yeah, my skin definitely looks smooth, so I'm really happy with this one. Next we are on to the foundation, and this is actually the only product that is not from NYX or e.l.f., but this foundation is from The Ordinary. And The Ordinary, I see this brand everywhere on TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's a skincare brand, and they do have a couple of makeup products as well. I've kind of heard mixed reviews about this foundation. This is kind of like a serum slash foundation in one. I'm not really sure how that works. But yeah, I'm just gonna test it out, but I did already see that I did already see that this is probably going to be a little bit too dark for me. So I'm just gonna try to make it work, okay? Because I don't know, I just looked at the swatches and the reviews online, and like this looked like the shade that would match me, but I'm pretty sure it's too dark. So I'm just gonna pump some in the back of my hand. Wait, I'm gonna show you guys what the consistency is. Okay, so it is runny. I'm just gonna dot some on my face, and it's kind of too dark, so I'm just gonna try to make it work. I don't know if I put too much, but that was one pump, so I'm just gonna put one pump on my face. That's what I normally do with my foundations, and I'm going to use the brush that I normally use. This is the stippling brush from Beauty Bay. And I'm just going to blend. Oh yeah, that is definitely too dark. I do not want a scandal. I'm so sorry guys, but I really thought that this was my shade, but I mean it is definitely not. So I think I'm gonna have to bronze up my neck or like really drag this down. Oh god. Okay, so first impression of this foundation is that I love the finish. My skin looks kind of like skin, but better. It doesn't look cakey. It feels really, really nice. Feels really light, and it doesn't really feel like I have something on my skin, you know? So yeah, so far it looks really, really good, and I don't really know how much coverage this is supposed to give you. Oh, it says high coverage foundation formula. It is definitely not high coverage. I would say that it's kind of like a light to medium, or more like a medium coverage. It's definitely not like full coverage or like high. But I do really, really like this, and yes, the shade is a little bit too dark for me. But I'm just gonna make it work because I only have one shade. So next up, I am going to cream contour and conceal. So for these, I actually got two concealers from NYX. They're like the same concealer but a different shade. So I picked up the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer, and I got two shades. The lighter one that I'm gonna use underneath my eyes is called... Wait, does it have? Oh yeah, it does have shade names. It's called True Beige, and then for the one that I was gonna use as contour, it's called Warm Honey. And now that I kind of hold it up next to my face, it looks like the same color as my face. This definitely looked darker online, but I'm just gonna try. So I did already see online that it has this like little sponge thingy. I'm not really the biggest fan of those sponges, but I'm just gonna try it out. Oh, I'm just gonna try it out. That is way too light. That is way too light. That is literally the same color as my skin. Well, maybe like one shade lighter. One shade darker, I mean. So, I mean, I'm just gonna... Okay, that is literally the same color as my forehead, so I don't really think that this is going to do anything for me as contour. It did look a lot darker online, but I mean, that's kind of the thing with online makeup shopping. You never really know if it's going to match your skin, no matter how much reviews and pictures you see of the shade. So that really didn't do a lot for me, because obviously I was gonna use it as a contour shade, but I mean, whatever. So now I'm gonna move on to the lighter shade, the True Beige one, and I'm really excited about this one because it looks really yellow, and I have a really, really, really yellow undertone, so I'm excited. I'm just gonna apply some underneath my eyes. Okay, that looks like a really, really pretty shade. I love this shade. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit underneath the eyes, on my chin and on my forehead. I'm going to grab my beauty sponge from Sosu by Suzanne Jackson, and I'm just gonna blend this in. I'm just gonna take my mirror up close so I can really see what's going on. Okay, let me blend this out and give you guys my first impression. Okay, so what I'm noticing is that it is really, really dewy. So if you're into that, then you're definitely going to like this one. Coverage, not full coverage. I would say kind of like medium. Let me see if it is buildable. And I can apply a little bit more, because I do have some under eye bags that I like to cover up. It is blending out really, really nicely. I'm not having any problems so far. It does crease a little bit, but I'm going to be honest, I have that with every single concealer. Okay, it looks really, really nice. I like it. Okay, so now quickly on to the next product because I want to set this concealer on my face. I have the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. I haven't heard anything about this. This also did not have any reviews online on like the website where I bought it from. So I just know nothing about this concealer. I just decided to put it in my shopping bag and just buy it. So this is a compact powder. It is translucent. I'm just going in with my, what's it called? Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. Let's set this down. Okay. So my thoughts on this powder are I actually really like it. It's a really thin, fine powder. It didn't make my face too powdery because sometimes powders do that. So the next product is going to be a powder bronzer. I'm really lucky that I got a powder bronzer because obviously that NYX concealer did nothing for us. So this is the NYX matte bronzer in the shade Deep Tan. This is what the color looks like. It looks really nice. I believe this was the second to darkest shade. I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure, but I think it is. And I'm just gonna try it out. Just gonna dip my brush in here. It's not powdery whatsoever. And it is very pigmented. I really like the shade. It's really nice. And it's also blending out really nicely. I'm just using this brush from Beige Cosmetics. I'm not really going to do a lot of bronzing because the foundation that we used was too dark. So I'm just gonna do minimal bronzing on my face just for a little bit of definition and contour and, you know. So I did realize that I didn't purchase a blush. So I'm just going to use a NYX blush that I already had in my collection. This is the NYX Mosaic Powder in the color Dare. And this is what I'm going to use for my blush slash highlighter because it does have those like golden bits in there. It's kind of like a blush slash highlighter in one in my opinion because it is really like shiny and glittery. It doesn't give a lot of color, just like a little bit, which is fine. Let's move on to the eyeshadow. So I picked up this palette from NYX and I'm really excited about this one because it looked really interesting to me. Like the color combination in this palette really spoke to me. Hold on, I'm gonna open it and show you guys. This is the palette. It's a really small palette. This is the NYX Ultimate Edit palette in the color, or like the name, Phoenix. So these are the colors that are in here. Today I'm thinking of doing a kind of like a red eyeshadow look with this color and then maybe popping some of this gold in the inner corner, maybe playing around with this one in the lower lash line. So yeah, I'm going to use this palette today. I am first just going to apply some bronzer into my crease because this palette does not come with a brown crease like base shade, which I do always like to put on my eyes first. So I am going to apply some, oh, that shit was pigmented. I am going to apply some bronzer onto my eyelids and into my crease. So I put down some bronzer into my crease and on my eyelid and also a little bit on my lower lash line. So now for the palette, I think I'm just gonna go in with this reddish kind of deep pink color straight away. I'm gonna grab some of my brush. So let's see how pigmented this is. Looks like a really pretty color. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it is applying nicely. It is quite pigmented, but I am kind of happy with this pigmentation. It layers really nice, which I'm super happy about. So this is kind of the comparison. This is after I put one kind of like layer of eyeshadow on my eyes, and this is after you build it up. So it is definitely buildable. It looks really nice. I have no fallout, which is amazing because usually with super pigmented shadows there is some fallout or they're kind of powdery, but I'm not experiencing that at all. I'm now going in with a different brush. I'm just grabbing a blending brush and I'm gonna blend this color into the crease as well. Let's see how blendable this is. Okay, so it's blending kind of nicely. I really like this shade. I'm now going to try out that gold, kind of like a yellowy gold shade, and I'm just gonna pick this up with it's kind of like a flat brush. I don't really know what this brush is, but I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that gold color and I'm gonna put it into my inner corner to highlight the inner corner a little bit. Ooh, that's nice. It's definitely a little bit more gold when you put it on your eye. In the pan, it kind of looks a little bit more yellow, I feel like. So now to finish off the eye look, I am going to pick up a little bit of this color right here. It is kind of an interesting color, this one, because it looks gray, but also really dark green. It's kind of like a mix of green and gray, but it's kind of more grayish. It has a little bit of shimmer in it. I'm just gonna pick some up and put some on my lower lash line. Just gonna line my lower lash line with this to darken up the look. On the eye, it just looks like a gray. It doesn't look green, and the shimmer isn't really noticeable, if I'm being honest. That looks nice. Okay, so that is it for the eyeshadow look. I really love this palette. I'm really impressed. So if you're into these colors, definitely check out this palette. I believe they have some other shades as well. So yeah, I really like this one. So now to finish off the eyes, I'm going in with false eyelashes, and I did not get lashes from NYX or e.l.f. I'm not even sure if they have eyelashes, but I am using a really inexpensive pair of lash that I've actually also never tried before. These ones are from Ardell. These are the 105 lashes, and I'm pretty sure everyone on planet has tried these lashes except me. Like, I'm just gonna apply these lashes off camera because I'm really bad at applying eyelashes, so I'll be right back with these babies on my eyes. Okay, so the lashes I love. They're super natural, so if you love natural lashes, then you're gonna love these. I really F with this eye look. It's so gorgeous. Okay, so now we only have one step left, which is lips. I do have a lip liner and a lip gloss. So the lip liner that I have is from NYX. This is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the color London. I love NYX lip liners. They were my favorite lip liners ever. I have a lot of shades NYX lip liners, but I've never actually tried this one. This one's London, so I'm just gonna line my lips and see how I like it. Okay, my lips are lined. I love this, but I normally like my lip liners a little bit darker. I feel like this is the same color as my lips. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's basically the same color, but I do love it. So now for the gloss. Really excited again about this product. This is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Pink Cosmo. I actually wanted to get a darker shade in this lip gloss, but they were all sold out. This was the only shade still left in stock, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try it, whatever. Okay. Oh my god, it's super light. In my opinion, the lips are too light, so I am going to grab my own lip liner. I'm going to grab my own lip liner, make it a little bit darker. This is NYX Mahogany Lip Liner. I'm just gonna do a little tiny bit because now it kind of looks like I have no lips, like foundation lips. Oh, I am definitely feeling a tingle now. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? I'm definitely feeling a tingle. Okay, Okay guys, so I took up my hair tie and I styled my hair a little bit. I curled my hair today, but it's kind of more of a wave now instead of a curl. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to, I don't know, play with it a little bit, brush it out a little. But the makeup, oh my gosh, I am so impressed. I think my makeup looks bomb. Like, my skin looks amazing. I love the eyeshadow. I honestly loved every single product that I used today. I have some mascara on my forehead. I don't know how that got there. But as I said, my face looks amazing. I think I have definitely found some new favorite makeup products to add to my collection. I am just in love, like I'm speechless. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure you turn on your post notifications so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And I'm gonna close off the video right here. Bye guys, see you in the next one.